To get her family off her back about marriage, a wealthy heiress from Beijing's elite circle paid me 10 million yuan to play her boyfriend for a day. Just as I was happily agreeing to the deal, a red sports car slowly pulled up. Huo Nianian instantly recognized the owner. "You're in luck. The first person you're meeting is my second sister. She's always had great luck with guys. She probably won't make things difficult for you. But lately, over the past 6 months, she's been really unpredictable. I heard she was played by some guy and ended up getting dumped. She's been searching the whole world for him." As I listened, I froze. It sounded strangely familiar. No way, right? Beijing is a massive city. There's no way I'd be unlucky enough to deliver myself right to her doorstep. Just then, the window of the Bentley slowly rolled down. With no time to think, I grabbed Nianian and pulled her in front of me to shield myself. "Li Chen, what are you doing? Do you want to die?" She couldn't do a thing to stop me. According to our plan, she was supposed to play along. But in this moment, she didn't even need to fake it. The window of the red sports car rolled down, revealing none other than the second young mistress of the Huo family, Huo Xiaoxiao. Huo Xiaoxiao was a bit surprised when she saw what was happening inside our car. Her sister had never brought a man home before, yet here they were, intimately huddled together in the car right at the front gate. She found this man far too casual and forward. Her sister had never been in a relationship. She worried Nianian might have fallen for a scumbag without realizing it. "Nianian, you're all grown up now and have a boyfriend. Just make sure to protect yourself. Don't just blindly trust whatever they say. And keep yourself safe when you're out. Don't just bring any random guy home. Second sister, Chen isn't some sketchy guy. He's my future husband and I'm going to marry him." "You're going to marry him?" Sometimes, the more you try to force them apart, the more they cling to each other. Once she gets tired of him, they'll probably break up on their own. Besides, if they really talk about marriage, there are plenty of mean people in the Huo family. I don't need to be the one to break up these lovebirds. "Fine, I'll pretend I didn't see anything. Take him to your place first. Don't bring him inside the main house yet." Just as Huo Xiaoxiao was about to drive off and I was finally starting to breathe a sigh of relief, Huo Nianian shouted after her. "Second sister, whether Chen is good enough for me or not, I know what I'm doing." "What did you call him? Is he even worthy of that name?" Huo Xiaoxiao's heart pounded wildly, her voice tightening with tension. "Have him turn around so I can see his face." She hadn't paid close attention earlier, but now she realized. His build looked exactly like her Chen. No, this couldn't possibly be Chen. What if? I have to find out. "Chen, this is my second sister. Say hello." Huo Nianian found her sister's reaction odd, but she didn't think much of it and gestured for me to look up. Instead, I immediately reached out and tickled her. She burst into giggles. "Chen, stop it." Realizing she was losing her composure in front of her sister, Huo Nianian sharply pinched my waist. I winced in pain but still refused to look up. "Second sister, Chen is a bit shy. Why don't you head back first? I'll bring him to meet you properly tomorrow." As an experienced woman, Huo Xiaoxiao immediately misread the situation. She gripped the steering wheel tightly and stepped right out of the car. Ignoring her sister's words, she opened her car door, intending to go over and force him to look at her. Hearing the car door open, I shuddered all over. In my panic, I poked Huo Nianian hard with my finger. Knowing Huo Xiaoxiao's stubborn personality, she wouldn't back down easily. Right now, my only hope was for Huo Nianian to stop her. "Second sister, my boyfriend is really shy. What do you think you're doing?" Huo Xiaoxiao froze right in her tracks. "My bad, I'm sorry." The next second, Huo Xiaoxiao shut her car door. "I'll give up on testing him. Since you've made up your mind about him, and since you're already at the door and it's raining tonight, you might as well let him stay over." Huo Nianian was stunned. After all, although the Huo family manor couldn't compare to the grand compound, it was still the place where the four sisters grew up together. Anyone allowed to stay overnight here, regardless of their relationship, was considered to have passed the first step of acceptance. Didn't sister absolutely despise Li Chen just a moment ago? Why the sudden change of heart? Still, my original plan was to have Li Chen stay the night anyway. Since second sister isn't stopping it, I won't have to waste my breath arguing. Huo Xiaoxiao was already in her car, ready to leave. "Second sister, aren't you coming inside? I just remembered I have some business to take care of. I won't be back tonight." Huo Nianian felt a vague sense of unease, but she couldn't quite put her finger on it. Just as she was about to look away, Her eyes suddenly widened in shock. Second sister, you're backing up too far. Before she could even finish her sentence, she watched as the sports car crashed right into a street lamp. A second later, the car suddenly swerved sharply, disappearing into the heavy night rain. A crash like that, is that really my second sister? Reversing into a street lamp? For such a stupid, basic mistake to happen to my second sister of all people. When she was younger, my sister was extremely rebellious and constantly chased after thrills. Racing was one of her passions, and she had competed in countless dangerous tournaments, big and small. So, for her to reverse into a street lamp was absolutely mind-boggling. Finally able to stop hiding like an ostrich, I looked up. Her driving is terrible. Everything about her is just awful. What did you say? Let go of my hand already. What's the big deal, Missy? Are you seriously discarding me the second you're done with me? Li Chen, do you have any shame at all? How could you treat a girl like this? Furious, she flusteredly pulled out a wet wipe and began scrubbing her shoulder, ear, and neck where he had been close. Because she rubbed so hard, her skin quickly flushed bright red. Missy, don't forget about your hand, too. Huo Nianian froze, gave me a fierce glare, and actually pulled out another clean wipe to clean her fingers. Li Chen, I swear I want to strangle you. How dare you? Hearing this, my playful expression stiffened slightly. Miss Nianian, what is your second sister's name? Why are you asking that? Huo Nianian immediately looked displeased. Li Chen, my second sister is still hopelessly hung up on her ex-boyfriend. It's useless for you to target her. I felt like the unluckiest guy on earth. Tonight, from the moment I met Huo Nianian, agreeing to play her boyfriend, it was all on a whim. Who could have guessed that I'd end up walking straight into the lion's den, with no way out? Her name is Huo Xiaoxiao, right? I asked, making a final confirmation. Li Chen, don't forget your place. Even if my second sister wasn't dumped, it doesn't mean she has no standards. She would never look at a man of your status. Having said that, she warned me again. And right now, you're supposed to be my boyfriend. My second sister and I are extremely close, so she'll definitely keep her distance from you. So get that thought out of your head. Seeing that she didn't deny it, the last shred of hope in my heart completely died. I blamed myself for breaking up with my ex too quickly without looking into her background. I truly never expected Huo Xiaoxiao to be the second daughter of the Huo family conglomerate, and Huo Nianian's second sister. If I had known this earlier, there was no way I would have agreed to Huo Nianian's deal. I steadied my mind and said, "Fourth miss. I'm calling off our deal." Huo Nianian was stunned. What did you say? I cleared my throat slightly. Consider tonight's act a freebie. You should find someone else for the rest. Anyway, your second sister didn't get a good look at my face anyway. Money is precious, but freedom is worth so much more. Since Huo Xiaoxiao hasn't recognized me yet, I just want to wrap this up quickly and avoid any unnecessary trouble. No way, you have to stay the night. Huo Nianian grabbed my arm, shaking it. If you just stay, I'll agree to any condition you want. Please. I rubbed my temples. Fourth miss, I'm afraid that's not possible. She cut me off again. Li Chen, do you really think you have a choice? Huo Nianian let go of my arm, her domineering attitude as a wealthy heiress fully on display. Are you trying to raise your price just because things are going well? Men like you really have no standards. You said it was free. But clearly you just want more. Come on, tell me, what is it you want? I felt completely drained, my head pounding at the mere thought of Huo Xiaoxiao. It's not about the money. I'll double it. Still not enough? Huo Xiaoxiao has already left and won't be back tonight. I'd be a fool to turn down easy money, right? Worst, I can just steer clear of Huo Xiaoxiao from now on. I just need to help Huo Nianian win her crush over quickly. Having figured it all out, I grinned and asked, "Fourth miss, can I get paid daily?" HMPH, Li Chen, you really are greedy. Let me tell you, you'd better not let anyone see through us. Otherwise, I'll never let you off. This pocket change is nothing to me, but if word gets out that I spent this much money just to hire a guy to put on a show, people will definitely laugh at me for being a sucker. And besides what's necessary for the act, keep your distance in private. If you dare take advantage of me without permission again, I will absolutely not let you get away with it. Hearing her words, I blurted out without thinking. Huo Nianian, you haven't actually ever been in a relationship before, have you? Shut up, Embarrassed and furious, the girl kicked me out of the car in a huff. Before long, servants holding umbrellas hurried over to shield us. Seeing people approaching, the girl instantly shifted gears and tightly clung to my arm. She walked into the manor with me. Meanwhile, the red sports car that should have been far away by now silently doubled back. After we went inside, Huo Nianian proudly declared, "Li Chen is my boyfriend. Since I brought him home, it means I've accepted him. Treat him exactly the same way you treat the rest of us. After all, even I can't bear to see him mistreated. If anyone upsets him, deal with the consequences." For some reason, at that moment, aside from feeling a little awkward, I somehow felt exactly like a royal strategist standing beside an ancient princess. It wasn't until I was lying in the bathtub by myself that I could finally relax and let out a long sigh of relief. With a soft click, I heard someone open the bathroom door. I didn't think much of it, assuming it was a servant bringing me clothes. Just leave the clothes there and head out. There was no response after I spoke. Only the sharp click of high heels drew closer and closer to the tub. Sensing danger, a sudden shiver ran down my spine. Just as I was about to sit up, a woman's soft little hand stretched out right in front of me. "Hubby, it's been a long time." It really was Huo Xiaoxiao. Had she already recognized me when we were in the car? No wonder she initially warned Huo Nianian not to let me stay at the Huo Manor, only to suddenly change her mind midway through and allow it. She did it just to corner me in her own house. My ex is still as incredibly calculating as ever. Yeah, long time no see, but Huo Xiaoxiao, we broke up a long time ago. You should stop calling me that. The words "broke up" seemed to trigger a memory in Huo Xiaoxiao. Her voice dropped to sub-zero temperatures. "We broke up? Since when? I never agreed to that." I tried to explain to her calmly. "Just so you know, a breakup only requires a notification. It doesn't need the other person's consent." Hearing the man draw a clear line between them, a hint of desperation slipped into Huo Xiaoxiao's eyes. "Hubby, you're being so heartless. I'm really angry." Huo Xiaoxiao's expression grew unreadable. "Ah Chen, we've been apart for 193 days. Don't you miss me even a little bit?" "I don't." Before I could even finish, she suddenly leaned down and kissed me. "But hubby, you really made me search everywhere for you." Facing Huo Xiaoxiao's sudden madness, I knew all too well that if I didn't stop her now, things would get completely out of hand. I never spoiled her back when we were dating, and I certainly won't start now. I bit down hard on her lip, then immediately raised my hand and shoved her away. Huo Xiaoxiao touched her lip, looking at me with a deeply aggrieved pout. "Huo Xiaoxiao, have you lost your mind? Get this straight, not only am I your ex-boyfriend, but I'm also your younger sister's boyfriend. And who knows? In the future, I might even have to call you second sister." Sure enough, the moment I played the Huo Nianian card, Huo Xiaoxiao froze instantly. I grabbed a bath towel from the side and threw it over her head. By the time she pulled the towel off, I had already stepped out of the tub and slipped into my bathrobe. Huo Nianian asked stubbornly, "Why, Li Chen? I need an explanation." "You owe me one. Then why don't you explain something to me first? How did a simple waitress like you suddenly become the second young mistress of the Huo family?" Huo Xiaoxiao froze. You blocked me? Did you unilaterally break up and cut me off just because of my identity?" Unbidden, memories started flashing through my mind. When I first met Huo Xiaoxiao, she was hiding her status as the Huo family's second young mistress. She played the part of a poor girl working to pay off debts, yet her looks and figure were absolutely top tier. Plenty of rich guys threw money at her, but she turned them all down. So my first impression of her was that she actually had some backbone. It just so happened that I lost a game of truth or dare and had to confess to someone. I casually stopped Huo Xiaoxiao, fully expecting her to reject me. Just like she had rejected all those other guys. But to everyone's utter shock, she said yes, and just like that, we started dating. We covered our daily expenses, and she took care of me. But as we got closer, I started noticing some weird things about my poor girlfriend. For instance, she was supposedly drowning in debt, yet she was never in a rush to work, spending all her time revolving around me. Every now and then, luxury items would pop up on her. And when I asked her to order takeout, she didn't even know how. Even after she figured it out, she forgot to use coupons every single time. Does that make any sense? With so many red flags, I instinctively put my guard up. To protect myself. I did consider breaking up with her, but in the end, I brushed the thought aside. I had grown used to having Huo Xiaoxiao around. A stunning, top-tier woman like her. Once you let her go, you'd probably never find anyone like her again. As long as she didn't cross my line. I didn't care to pry into her secrets. After all, in this world, who doesn't have a secret or two? That was until the eve of Huo Xiaoxiao's birthday. I happened to be walking down the street when I saw her from a distance, getting out of a Rolls-Royce Cullinan, and behind that Cullinan was a whole fleet of luxury cars. A crowd of people stepped out of those cars, surrounding Huo Xiaoxiao like she was the center of their universe, and escorted her into a high-end club. Honestly, my first thought wasn't that she was some wealthy heiress. Instead, I wondered if she had gone down a dark path. When I tracked down her private room, the door happened to be slightly ajar. Sister Xiao, have you gotten a little too into character? As expected of Sister Xiao, even when pretending to be a poor girl, she can still make a man fall head over heels, even getting him to pay to support her. That guy Li Chen isn't even rich, yet he's still willing to keep supporting Sister Xiao. It's hilariously tragic how madly in love he is. He has no idea that the pocket change he gives her can't even buy Sister Xiao a single drink. Sister Xiao is amazing. I thought a guy like Li Chen would be too proud. But once Sister Xiao made her move, he happily followed her to live a hard life, completely devoted. We admit defeat completely. Ha ha ha. Huo Xiaoxia said indifferently, it's too early to jump to conclusions. He hasn't even proposed to me yet. Are you really going to propose to him on your birthday? It's just an act. There's no way I'd actually marry him. Vain, social climbing, Phoenix men are always the best at pretending. Given my current fake identity, if he's still willing to pay a massive bride price to marry me, only then will I win the bet. Huo Xiaoxia lowered her eyes, looking more and more indifferent. Seeing her like this, everyone exchanged looks, all thinking of one possibility. Sister Xiao, you didn't actually catch feelings for Li Chen, did you? Behind the door, I quietly watched my girlfriend, who had been pretending to be poor in front of me. I was also a bit curious about her answer. The next moment, Huo Xiaoxia spoke without a hint of hesitation. Haha, is a guy like him even worthy of me? A touch of annoyance flickered across her sweet, gentle face. You guys have no idea. On the surface, he's a perfect gentleman. But in reality, he's like a block of ice. HMPH, the moment things don't go his way, he gives me the cold shoulder. And I have to go out of my way to baby him. Does he really think a lady like me is his desperate simp? The main thing is, he's still so lukewarm toward me even now. It made me waste so much time on him. I just can't let this go. No one dared to respond. After 2 minutes of silence, someone broke the silence, starting to criticize me relentlessly. Watching this group of arrogant, condescending women, I turned and walked away. So meeting Huo Xiaoxia in the first place was nothing but a carefully orchestrated trap. She is a wealthy heiress, not the poor girl I thought she was. I was really just her so-called toy all along. Ha, in her eyes, I'm just a greedy Phoenix man looking for a free ride. To be thrown away once she gets bored. I thought I had already seen the worst of the world. But I never expected Huo Xiaoxia to be this twisted. I'm just glad I'm no saint myself. So facing my girlfriend's betrayal won't leave me utterly devastated. The funniest part is, when she came home that night, she was still gently rubbing my ring finger, as if measuring it for a ring. She really commits to the act. This woman's acting is incredible. Playing games, are we? Fine, I'll play along to the very end. The day before her birthday, I sweet-talked her, saying I had a surprise for her. That night, I gave her a heavy dose of melatonin and dumped her sound asleep on the street. Huo Xiaoxia, this should be a birthday present you'll never forget. After that, I left that painful city and settled down in Beijing, where my childhood friend lives. I knew very well that with a shameless rich girl like Huo Xiaoxia, if you want to dump her, you have to cut her off completely. So I blocked her right before boarding the plane. I deactivated my account and vanished from her world completely. The only thing I didn't expect was that Huo Xiaoxia wasn't just some ordinary rich girl. She was actually the second young mistress of Beijing's powerful Huo conglomerate, and by some twist of fate, I had delivered myself right to her doorstep. Talk about terrible luck. Ah Chen, answer me. Seeing how distracted I was, Huo Xiaoxiao grew a bit frustrated. She grabbed my arm, snapping me back to reality. I stared straight into her eyes, and she asked me, looking quite confused. "Ah Chen, I only pretended to be poor, not rich. Shouldn't you be happy?" Then, as if suddenly realizing something, she asked, "Or did someone tell you something they shouldn't have?" "What exactly are you referring to?" I countered with my own question. Huo Xiaoxiao's jaw tightened. She had only approached me in the beginning because of that bet. Once I vanished, she had interrogated everyone she knew, making sure no one had been stupid enough to leak the secret. Because of that, she could never figure out why I had dumped her so heartlessly. I could tell instantly that she still had no idea that I had overheard her conversation with those women, and I had no intention of exposing her. Rehashing the reasons for a breakup with an ex is completely pointless anyway. Besides, Huo Xiaoxiao had been sitting on her high horse for too long. What would I even gain by exposing her ugly, pathetic side? She'd probably just lash out in embarrassment. A relationship built on lies was deeply flawed from the very start. Since we were never going to make it anyway, it was best to cut my losses early. I gave her a casual, half-hearted response. "So to you, I'm just a flawed product?" Huo Xiaoxiao stared at me with burning eyes, which seemed to glisten with a layer of tears. I took a step forward and sat down on the edge of the bathtub. "I wonder if you've ever heard this saying, Miss Huo?" I looked at her with a smile. Though I was smiling, every word I spoke was colder and more cutting than the last. A good ex should act like they're dead. "Thank you, Miss Huo, for condescending to play that little relationship game with me back then. I had a great time. I just hope you aren't going to be a sore loser now, Miss Huo." The tears in Huo Xiaoxiao's eyes welled up. "Then I guess I am a sore loser," she murmured softly, momentarily losing her composure. I said nothing more, and a heavy silence fell over the bathroom. "Break up with my sister," Huo Xiaoxiao said, shattering the silence. In an instant, she masked all of her emotions, regaining her usual proud and arrogant demeanor. "Xiao Si is still young. She's only with you for the novelty. You two don't belong in the same world. You should cut your losses with her before it's too late." As her voice trailed off, I looked up at her. A trace of stubbornness flickered in Huo Xiaoxiao's cold, aloof gaze. "Ah Chen, my sister is not like me. You shouldn't have messed with her." Her words carried both a warning and a threat. The Huo family's door is not something you can cross through her. She can't protect you. Compared to the Huo Xiaoxiao who used to cater to my every whim, this cold, rational woman standing before me felt like a completely different person. She truly is a wealthy heiress. Her fake persona of a poor girl was completely gone. This cold, overbearing attitude was her true self. "Well, then I'll just wait until I can't handle it anymore to break up with her." I curled my lips, feigning a touch of sweetness. "I trust that no matter what happens, he would never hurt me." "There's no need for second Miss Huo to worry about that," Huo Xiaoxiao said, squeezing her own palms tightly. The emotions she had barely managed to rein in were easily shattered by me. "Why weren't you like this when we were dating?" She decided to just throw caution to the wind. She sat down right next to me. "Hubby, what's so great about a little brat like her? Does she understand you the way I do?" I couldn't quite read her mind. "What, is second Miss Huo trying to steal her sister's man? But I'm the one who got stolen from." Huo Xiaoxiao pouted, looking at me with a hurt expression. "You were my boyfriend first, before you became hers." Hearing this, I furrowed my brows. She leaned her head right onto my shoulder, but I immediately pushed her away. "Huo Xiaoxiao, have some self-respect. Hubby, back then, you dumped me on the street while I was fast asleep. How could I have any self-respect left?" Huo Xiaoxiao's eyelashes fluttered slightly. The sheer hurt in her voice felt so heavy, it weighed down on my chest. A sudden wave of guilt washed over me. Was this woman going to take revenge? I remembered that day. I had left her right in the middle of the busiest plaza. I couldn't bear to imagine how many people must have stared at her, or how she even managed to get home. Huo Nianian's voice echoed, "Achin, are you finished in there?" I was desperate to escape this absolute mess. But Huo Xiaoxiao suddenly grabbed my wrist. "Hubby, tell me, if Little Fourth caught us like this, do you think she'd break up with you?" I looked down and caught a glint of pure mischief in her eyes. "If I tell Little Fourth that you deliberately seduced me, do you think she'll believe her second sister? Or you?" Meanwhile, Huo Nianian had finished her shower and was waiting. Seeing no sign of me, she opened her group chat with her close friends. Neonian, if you can't find a suitable guy, I can help. Neonian, the moment my cousin heard about this, he kept pestering me, saying he'd help out for free. I sent you his photo. Take a look. Seriously, though, what kind of crazy plan is this? Is it actually going to work? Huo Neonian replied, I went to the club, Nightfall, and picked out a guy. Everything is going smoothly so far. My second sister has already met him. She seemed to absolutely despise him. The people in the group chat were all night owls. And with her popping up, the chat quickly livened up again. What kind of man has our second Miss Huo not seen? She'll definitely see right through him and know he's up to no good. Neonian, is this guy clean? Be careful not to get set up. You don't want to end up in some scandal. No way, our little fourth is single. No matter what, she's saving herself for the school hunk. Speaking of the school hunk, he's something else too. Neonian has confessed to him 99 times already. Why does he keep turning her down? If it were me, I would have given up ages ago. I'd never put in as much effort as Neonian did. Exactly, even a heart of stone should have melted by now. Don't you guys know? The poorer someone's background, the stronger their pride is. The status gap between Lao Si and him is just too big, so it's understandable that she got rejected. But isn't that exactly what Lao Si likes about him? Still, we really need to make sure whether the school hunk actually likes Lao Si. Lao Si, you should bring a guide to school tomorrow. Let's see how the school hunk reacts, so Neonian won't waste her feelings on him. If her Prince Charming isn't interested, she would just be wasting her efforts for nothing. Having read up to this point, Huo Neonian irritably put away her phone. Seeing that I still hadn't come out, she completely lost her patience. She found a servant and asked, has Li Chen been in there this whole time? Yes, Mr. Li hasn't come out. He's been inside the entire time. It's just. The servant didn't dare to look Huo Neonian in the eye. Seeing her hesitant and stopping herself, Huo Neonian pursed her lips. Sensing that something was wrong, she asked, just what? Speak up. Well, I think I saw the second young lady just now. And it looked like she went into Mr. Li's room. Instantly, surprise flooded Huo Neonian's face. What did you say? Second sister is back? And she even went into Li Chen's room? The servant nodded, completely baffled. Huo Neonian came to my door. She had only knocked a few times, when the door suddenly swung open from the inside, and there I stood, wearing a white bathrobe. I walked up to her and complained, Neonian. Someone suddenly barged in and caught me showering. Huo Neonian looked at me in utter disbelief. Then she caught sight of her second sister stepping out of the bathroom, her cold, aloof face flushed with a crimson blush. Didn't you leave because you had things to do? Why are you back all of a sudden? And how did you end up barging into Ah Chen's bathroom? Huo Neonian demanded. To prevent her sister from noticing anything suspicious, Neonian quickly linked her arm with mine. If it were any other woman seeing another woman step out of her boyfriend's room, she would have been consumed by jealousy and made a massive scene. But Huo Neonian thought differently. This had to be an accident. After all, over the past half a year, her sister seemed like a completely different person, with not a single man around her. Her heart was entirely occupied by the ex-boyfriend who had dumped her. Besides, second sister didn't even know he was a boyfriend I hired. Even if it was just out of consideration for me, she would definitely know her boundaries. Nothing inappropriate would ever happen. I got a phone call on my way, and once I handled it, I came back. My head was a bit dizzy, and I forgot you brought your boyfriend back. I accidentally walked into the wrong room. Huo Neonian didn't suspect a thing. Instead, playing the part of a love-struck fool, she said, I knew you didn't do it on purpose, second sister. Ah Chen, you heard her. Second sister didn't mean to do it. Let's forgive her this once, okay? I was completely speechless. The fourth young lady of the Huo family was acting like a total little fool. I nodded helplessly. But I need second Miss Huo to promise me that there won't be a next time. Huo Neonian looked at Huo Xiaoxiao expectantly. Second sister, there won't be a next time, right? Huo Xiaoxiao's gaze locked onto me as I stood with my back to her. She didn't say a word. Second sister? Committed to playing her part fully, Huo Neonian urged her again. A trace of pleading showed on her face. There won't be a next time. Yeah, right, knowing her wicked nature, I know all too well that she won't let me off easily. Just as I was thinking this, Huo Nianian suddenly asked, "Second sister, is your lip bleeding?" My heart skipped a beat as I remembered Huo Xiaoxiao forcing a kiss on me in the bathroom just moments ago. I clenched my fists. Right now, my biggest trump card is my status as Huo Nianian's boyfriend. That's why my biggest worry is Huo Xiaoxiao not caring about her sister Nianian enough to just come clean and say that I'm the ex-boyfriend who dumped her. If she does that, Huo Nianian will definitely admit that I'm just a boyfriend she hired and throw me right back to Huo Xiaoxiao. I backed up too fast earlier and hit a lamppost. My teeth cut my lip. Fortunately, when forced to choose between her ex and her sister, Huo Xiaoxiao chose the latter. I secretly breathed a sigh of relief. I guess I was overthinking. To Huo Xiaoxiao, her inability to let me go isn't because she still loves me. It's just her desire to conquer. As a trophy of her bet, I disappeared right when she was close to winning. How could she ever accept that? Besides, I'm just a man. I can't compete with her own sister. In other words, as long as I remain Huo Nianian's boyfriend, I'll be safe for another day. With your driving skills, you actually made such a rookie mistake? I should have recorded this on my phone and sent it to our sister's group chat so eldest sister and third sister could enjoy it. Huo Nianian teased with a mischievous smirk. Huo Xiaoxiao glanced at me, but said nothing. Feeling guilty, I rubbed my nose and said, "Nianian, I'm getting a bit sleepy. Let's head to bed." Huo Nianian blushed instantly. Forcing down her embarrassment, she stole a glance at her second sister. "Well, second sister, we'll be heading in to rest now." Her second sister, usually so cold and distant, now looked utterly miserable, barely able to keep up her composure. Looking at Huo Xiaoxiao like this, Huo Nianian thought, this was worth every penny. I definitely picked the right guy. At this rate, it won't be long before second sister can't stand Li Chen anymore. And finally decides that she'll accept anyone as long as it's not him. Huo Xiaoxiao's heart ached as she helplessly watched Jiyu Nianian cling to my arm as we headed back to the bedroom. She hesitated for a moment, but finally spoke up, "Wait a minute." Meanwhile, Huo Nianian was panicking about what to do with me once we got inside. What do I do? What do I do? There's only one bed in the master bedroom, and he's just a fake boyfriend. I can't possibly let him sleep in the same bed with me. Besides, I already like someone else, and Li Chen's actual identity makes me uncomfortable. Just then, Huo Xiaoxiao spoke up, "Fourth sister, let him stay in the guest room tonight." Jiyu Nianian turned around just in time to hear this. Huo Xiaoxiao knew how inappropriate this sounded, but she had to grit her teeth and find an excuse. "Just remembered I have some things to discuss with you." It had to be said. In a way, the two sisters had somehow reached a perfect, unspoken agreement, having solved our respective problems. "Oh, alright then." Huo Nianian looked reluctant on the outside, but inside, she was absolutely thrilled. But in the next moment, I spoke up and refused. "No way, I don't want to. You're my girlfriend, why can't you sleep with me?" Under Huo Xiaoxiao's freezing gaze, Huo Nianian did her best to play the doting girlfriend. "Second sister has some things to discuss with me. You go sleep by yourself first, okay?" She gently coaxed me while tugging at my sleeve, looking a bit awkward. "No, I don't want to sleep without you." I easily put on an incredibly annoying, clingy act. "Second sister, wait for me a bit. I'll come over as soon as I soothe Li Chen," Jiyu Nianian said to her second sister, then dragged me over to a corner. "There are security cameras in this house. We need to find a blind spot. That's enough. Let's stop here for tonight." Huo Nianian whispered, "You put on a good show. My second sister must hate you now. She didn't even object to me spending the night with you." Faced with her praise, I fell silent for a few seconds. "Thanks for the compliment, fourth miss. You played your part pretty well, too." Then I pulled out my phone and brought up a QR code. "Here, let's add each other, so it's easier to stay in touch and transfer money at any time." Huo Nianian pouted her lips. "You really do love money, don't you?" Even though she complained that my mind was full of money, her hands didn't hesitate to add me as a friend. Well, who doesn't love money? I smiled at her. "Fourth miss, you were born into a wealthy family. You don't understand the hardships of life." Huo Nianian was convinced I was that kind of man, and couldn't help but scold me. "No matter how much you love money, you shouldn't sell your body and self-respect." I wanted to explain that she had misunderstood, but the words died in my throat. Because my gaze passed over Huo Nianyan's shoulder and caught sight of Huo Xiaoxiao standing not far away. She was staring at me expressionlessly. The hallway lights were a bit dim, making her look like a ghost lurking in the shadows, waiting to take my life. At this moment, I realized clearly. Huo Xiaoxiao was not going to let me off. You're not. I cut myself off mid-sentence, sparking Huo Nianyan's curiosity. It's nothing. You're right to judge me. A depraved guy like me is truly pathetic. I shifted the topic, playing along with her words. Huo Nianyan was completely different from Huo Xiaoxiao. She was kind and innocent. To help the man she liked blend into the Huo family, she went out of her way to win over her own family first. Once she realized she had misunderstood me later on, she would probably feel a bit guilty. Maybe then, I could use her guilt to leave myself an escape route. It's good that you know. Once this transaction is over, this payment should be enough for you to change careers. Seeing that I was receptive, Huo Nianyan felt a bit relieved, but she quickly noticed something off with my expression. What are you looking at? She was about to turn around, but I stopped her. Don't look back, your second sister is right behind us. A playful glint flickered in my eyes. Fourth miss, do you want your second sister to hate me even more? I grabbed her shoulders and pinned her against the wall. Slowly leaning close to her, I murmured, Fourth Miss Huo. Kiss me. She struggled against my touch, complaining in dissatisfaction. Yi Chen, I warned you. I'm a germaphobe. I sighed helplessly. We're just fake kissing, you dummy. Don't you even know how to do that? We're dating, and since you're supposed to be head over heels for me, we definitely have to kiss. Gu Nianyan glared at me in annoyance. Who are you calling a dummy? But in the end, she stood on her tiptoes and leaned closer to me. As the distance closed, I could see her eyelashes trembling constantly. She was clearly nervous. If you're this shy, it's going to be hard to win over your Prince Charming, you know. I teased. Flustered and angry, she closed her eyes. Shut up, she snapped, and then went completely still. Fourth miss, I don't think a fake kiss is going to be enough. It's best to leave a real mark. What do you mean by that? Huo Nianyan opened her eyes in confusion as I reached out my hand. Moving slightly closer to her fair neck, I said, it'll be over in a second. Please bear with it for the sake of your Prince Charming. Ouch, that hurts. Carefully controlling my strength, I left a red mark on her neck. She had to hold herself back repeatedly to keep from pushing me away. There, with this mark acting as a hickey, your second sister won't suspect anything for now. As I spoke, I looked ahead again. Huo Xiaoxiao was no longer standing there. Huo Nianyan touched her neck, looking like she wanted to say something but hesitated. You. Just this once, never again, but in the end, she fiercely spat out those words. She marched back to her room without once looking back. I leaned against the wall. No hurry to leave. In a way, Huo Nianyan and I shared the exact same goal, to make Huo Xiaoxiao utterly detest me from the bottom of her heart. The more she hates me, the better. Mr. Li, would you like to rest now? The manor has plenty of guest rooms. You can choose whichever one you like. Or if you have a preferred style, I can have someone decorate it for you. Earlier, when Huo Nianyan and I were being intimate, some servants had occasionally stumbled upon us. They immediately lowered their heads, not daring to interrupt. The 4 young ladies of the Huo family had lost their parents at a young age and grew up depending on each other. Their bond was incredibly deep, and the Huo manor was their shared home. Aside from the eldest sister's fiancé, this was the first time anyone had brought a boyfriend back. Even though this boyfriend belonged to the youngest and most good-tempered 4th sister. No one dared to look down on me either. I was a bit surprised, but quickly understood. As expected of an elite, powerful family, their rules were extremely strict. So, I replied to the servant, any room is fine, I'm not picky. Thank you for your trouble. Huo Nianyan made her way back to her room, closing the door behind her without turning on the light right away. Instead, she leaned against the door and let out a long sigh. He certainly lives up to his reputation as a smooth-talking bad boy. Did you two sleep together last night? A sudden female voice rang out. Gu Nianyan gasped in fright and flipped on the switch. There, she saw Huo Xiaoxiao standing by the window. The moonlight fell on her face, making her look deeply troubled. Sis, you scared me. Why are the lights off? Huo Nianyan took a few steps forward, only then remembering the question from earlier. Huo Nianyan cleared her throat. Sis, aren't you being a bit too controlling? Huo Xiaoxiao scoffed, You two are already asking me for condoms. Am I not even allowed to ask? Hearing this. Is it my imagination, or when sis said that, did she sound like she was gritting her teeth? As for Chen, she had barely started to speak hesitantly before she was snapped at by Huo Xiaoxiao. Stop saying his name. Huo Nianian was stunned, suppressing the joy in her heart. She said, Do you really hate my boyfriend that much? Both boyfriend and Chen were equally grating to Xiaoxiao. Huo Xiaoxiao turned her head to look at her sister, her pupils suddenly contracting. She stared intently at the red mark on her sister's neck, vibrant and eye-catching, as if reminding her of what her sister and her boyfriend had just done. Sis, are you okay? Seeing her sister staring intently at her neck, Huo Nianian self-consciously pulled her clothes together. After a long pause, Huo Xiaoxiao replied with a forced smile. I'm fine. I'm absolutely fine. Huo Nianian felt her sister was in a terrible state, probably still missing her ex. Ever since her sister returned to Jing City 6 months ago, whenever she heard even a tiny bit of news about her ex, no matter how busy she was, she would drop everything and fly there in person. I even secretly asked third sis. What was it she said again? Your sister is just lovesick. But I think she must have met her soulmate. You're still young. You need to be mindful of your reputation. Huo Xiaoxiao blurted this out of nowhere, continuing as if she had her sister's best interests at heart. While you're still young, you'd better learn some self-restraint. And keep your distance from him. Huo Nianian was completely bewildered. Feeling a bit annoyed, she said, Sis, why are you acting like such a nagging old lady? Who's a nagging old lady? Huo Xiaoxiao snapped in annoyance. My point is, this is your first relationship. You need to see him for who he really is. What if it doesn't work out? It'll only affect your next relationship. This nonsensical logic was so absurd that even Huo Xiaoxiao couldn't stand her own words. But Huo Nianian, trusting her sister, walked over with a smile, wrapped her arms around her sister's, and coaxed. Sis, don't worry. It's not like I'm bad at judging people. I'm actually pretty sharp. Huo Xiaoxiao fell silent for a moment, then asked the burning question, how did you two get together? Deciding to change the subject, she said, Sis, don't be biased against him. He's really special. I love him so much. Just like how you loved your ex. Huo Xiaoxiao said nothing. Huo Nianian could clearly sense that her sister was in a bad mood tonight. Come to think of it, it seemed to start the moment she ran into me and Li Chen. Even though I want my sister to hate Li Chen as much as possible, I don't want her worrying so much over my personal life. Just as she was thinking this, Huo Xiaoxiao suddenly stared straight at him, rebutting Huo Nianian word by word. He's not my ex-boyfriend. We never broke up. He is still my boyfriend. Huo Nianian couldn't help but suspect. Did my suddenly bringing a boyfriend back trigger my second sister? Why is she lying to herself like this? A breakup isn't like a divorce. Her unilateral refusal to agree doesn't change anything. Though she thought this, she casually humored her. Fine. He's still your boyfriend. When we find him in the future, I'll have to take a really good look at what kind of legendary figure he is. To make my sister so lovesick. Huo Xiaoxiao opened her mouth to speak. Was she supposed to tell her younger sister that her boyfriend and her own boyfriend were the exact same person? She coldly denied it. Who is lovesick over him? Over a heartless jerk? Is he even worthy? Huo Nianian thought to herself, my sister's mouth is the only tough thing about her. No wonder her boyfriend ran away. I must learn from her mistake. Oh, by the way, second sister, what did you want to discuss with me? Huo Xiaoxiao was momentarily tongue-tied. After some thought, she brought the topic back to me. Nianian, this is your first relationship, so I didn't want to discourage you. But this boyfriend of yours might not be as good as you think. Li Chen found someone new in just 6 months and even came to meet the family with my sister. If he could heartlessly abandon me back then, will he really not heartlessly abandon you later? Huo Nianian was quite surprised. In such a short time, her second sister had developed such a deep prejudice against Li Chen. Ah Chen isn't perfect, but what about us? Are we perfect? I know exactly what kind of person Ah Chen is. Even if you don't like him, second sister, please tolerate him for a while for my sake. She looked extremely solemn, but she was secretly plotting in her mind. Once you guys can't stand him anymore, my goal will be achieved. Then I can finally be with my Prince Charming. The next morning, as I was getting ready to head downstairs for breakfast, I saw Huo Xiaoxiao in loungewear, holding a cup of coffee and leaning against the end of the hallway, looking like she was waiting specifically for me. A meaningful smile played on Huo Xiaoxiao's lips. Morning, Ah Chen, did you sleep well last night? I specifically had someone change your pillow to the lavender one I like. Are you used to it? My footsteps paused. Second miss, you're very thoughtful, I replied flatly. But I can sleep comfortably anywhere. So please don't trouble yourself. She was starting to play the soft approach. Unfortunately, I wasn't buying it. Huo Xiaoxiao's eyes dimmed, but she quickly regained her smile. She took 2 steps forward, blocking my path. Trouble? How could it be? You're my sister's boyfriend, which makes you an honored guest of our Huo family. As her second sister, it's only natural that I host you well. I stepped aside to avoid her, and said distantly, I appreciate your kindness, second miss. But I've agreed to go to school with Neonian today, so I don't have time to sit and chat over tea with you. Huo Xiaoxiao's smile froze, and her voice grew a bit colder. Are you going to school to find that campus heartthrob? I stopped in my tracks. I glanced back at her. You're certainly well informed, second miss. Well, yes, Neonian wants to see her crush. As her boyfriend, it's only natural that I lend her a hand. Ji Yu Xiaoxiao tightened her grip on her coffee cup, though her voice remained calm. You certainly are, dedicated. The more he acts like this, the more I need to make him realize that I belong to Huo Neonian now, and I'm not someone he can just mess with. My tone was polite but distant. Just doing my duty. Excuse me, second miss. I'll be taking my leave. I turned and walked away, leaving Huo Xiaoxiao murmuring behind me. Li Chen. Do you really have to treat me like this? I arrived at Huo Neonian's bedroom, and saw her standing in front of the mirror, wearing a dress that looked a bit too much like a school uniform. Huo Neonian turned to me nervously. Li Chen, do you think wearing this to see Lu Jingfei makes me look too childish? Leaning against the doorframe, I looked her over. Not at all, it looks great, pure and cute, fits your image as a college student. But, if you want to make a lasting impression, I'd suggest changing your hairstyle. Huo Neonian looked at me, utterly confused. Change my hairstyle to what? I stepped closer and naturally reached out to tuck a strand of hair behind her ear. This looks a bit more feminine. Huo Neonian stiffened. Why? Why did you suddenly get so close? I smiled. Just helping you with your look. It's a boyfriend's duty, after all. What, are you? Who's shy? Ji Yu Neonian huffed softly. Keep talking. What else do I need to look out for? I pulled a slip of paper from my pocket and handed it to her. Here's the confession script I wrote for you. Memorize it, and remember, don't confess the second you see him. Start with common interests first, like that competition he recently took part in. Then, subtly compliment him. Finally, casually drop a question. Like, are you free to grab a bite this weekend? I have a few questions I'd love to ask you. Huo Neonian's eyes lit up as she stared at me. Wow, you're such a pro at this. Did you use this trick to win over girls all the time? I shot her a look. Cut the chatter and go memorize your lines. You're paying me to help you win over your crush, and that's it. Don't ask about things that aren't your business. Huo Neonian looked down at the slip of paper. She muttered under her breath, no need to be so cranky. But it actually sounds pretty solid. That afternoon, Huo Neonian and I walked side by side across campus. Huo Neonian stood beside me, visibly nervous. Look over there, by the basketball court. Is that Lu Jingfei? I followed her gaze. It is. He looks so cool and aloof. Huo Neonian clenched her fists. Alright, I'm going. I'll go cheer him up. Go on, just remember the talking points I taught you. Be natural and don't get nervous. Huo Neonian walked over to Lu Jingfei. I leaned against a tree, ready to watch her perform. Just then, I felt a burning gaze fall on me and instinctively turned around to look. Not far away, Huo Xiaoxiao was staring intently at me. She really did follow me here. Huo Xiaoxiao, you really haven't changed a bit. Pretending not to see her, I kept watching Huo Neonian. The two exchanged a few words, and then Lu Jingfei stood up and walked away without looking back. Just as I was about to go comfort her, my wrist was suddenly grabbed from behind by Huo Xiaoxiao. Li Chen, do you really care about Xiao Si this much? I replied flatly, second miss. You followed me. Avoiding my point, Huo Xiaoxiao asked back. I'm asking you, do you really have feelings for her? Do you actually want to be her boyfriend? I forcefully shook off her hand, my voice carrying a hint of impatience. Second miss, let's get one thing straight. I am Neonian's boyfriend now. Me caring about her, isn't that exactly what I'm supposed to do? This has nothing to do with you. Huo Xiaoxiao was completely infuriated by my words, her eyes turning red. Nothing to do with me? Li Chen, does your conscience not hurt at all when you say that? A sharp pain stabbed at my heart, but on the surface, I remained cold and hard. Is there any point in saying this anymore, Huo Xiaoxiao? We were over a long time ago. Huo Xiaoxiao's tears finally spilled over. I don't agree. Li Chen, I admit that approaching you at first was because of that damn bet. But after that, I completely forgot about the bet. I really fell in love with you. Do you have any idea? For these 193 days, I've spent every single day and night wondering where you were. Wondering if you were eating well, and if you ever missed me. Looking at her tear-streaked face, my heart wavered uncontrollably. Deep down, I knew. Her words were real, and the pain in her eyes was genuine too. But as soon as I remembered the words I overheard in the VIP room back then, my heart hardened once more. Second Miss Huo, the person you fell in love with, was the Li Chen who thought you were just a poor girl. Are you sure whether you love the real me, or just the Phoenix man in your imagination who supposedly didn't care about your money? Huo Xiaoxiao froze. She parted her lips, but couldn't utter a single word. I turned my head away, refusing to look at her any longer. Let's just leave it at that, Huo Xiaoxiao. It was over between us long ago. I turned and walked toward Huo Neonian. Huo Xiaoxiao stood frozen, watching my back as I walked away, tears silently streaming down her face. You bastard, what right do you have to make decisions for me? Late at night, I lay in bed tossing and turning, unable to sleep, my mind completely filled with the sight of Huo Xiaoxiao crying. During the day, just then, my phone vibrated. It was a message from Huo Neonian. I got some news. Lu Jingfei is going to participate in a national academic competition next week. It's right at the convention center downtown. I want to go there to cheer him on in person. But I don't know how to get close to him. Do you have any other ideas? Typed back, yes. I'll go with you. 23. I'll help you create an opportunity when the time comes. Really? You're so reliable. I want to make a few cheering banners to bring with me. Please help me, I replied with a good night emoji. Resigned to my fate, I sat at my desk. As someone who was hired just to act, I'm actually putting in more effort than a real boyfriend would. And Huo Neonian, that girl, is something else too. She hasn't even won over the school hunk yet, but she's already got me, a fake boyfriend, running in circles. But then again, she's paying real cash, and I'm selling my time and energy. Fair enough. After finishing the banners, I stretched. Out of the corner of my eye, I caught a glimpse of a slender shadow at the door. Huh? Huo Xiaoxiao isn't sleeping in the middle of the night? Why is she sneaking a peek at me making crafts for another woman? The next afternoon, in the manor's living room, Huo Neonian bounced up and down, holding the banners I made, as Huo Xiaoxiao walked down the stairs. Second sister, look at what Chen made. It looks even better than a custom-made one. Huo Xiaoxiao's gaze swept over me. He stayed up late just to make these? Back then, for my birthday, he only wrote a sticky note. Now he's so attentive to Neonian. Has he really fallen in love with her? You're so deeply devoted, Mr. Li. You flatter me, second miss. I smiled slightly. Neonian is my girlfriend, so of course I'd put my heart into it. Huo Xiaoxiao took 2 steps closer. You certainly call her by a sweet name. Second sister, why are you targeting Chen? He didn't do anything to you. Huo Xiaoxiao sneered. Me, targeting him? I'm just afraid you'll get conned. Some people specifically target wealthy heiresses. Ditching the older sister one moment, and sweet-talking the younger sister the next. Running the same script for 2 different shows. My brow twitched slightly. She's jealous. Huo Neonian's voice grew louder. Second sister, if you keep this up, I'm going to get really mad. I know exactly what kind of person he is. Huo Xiaoxiao stared at him. You know? Well, I hope you don't come crying to me later. At dinner, Huo Xiaoxiao opened a bottle of red wine. Glass after glass, she didn't even try to hide the way she was staring at me. Huo Neonian raised her eyebrows. You've had too much to drink. Why do you keep staring at Chen? Huo Xiaoxiao swirled the wine glass in her hand. Li Chen, the word sycophant was practically invented for you, wasn't it? Huo Nianian slammed down her chopsticks. Do you have to be like this? What did Chen ever do to hurt you? Huo Xiaoxiao stood up, stumbling slightly. Because he isn't good enough for you. Because he's the man I loved for half a year. The one I searched for 193 days. Huo Xiaoxiao turned and walked away. The sound of her high heels felt like a heavy pounding on my heart. I watched her walk away. Was she angry at me, or was she angry at herself for resigning to her fate? After dinner, I went for a walk in the back garden. A stifled sob came from the swing set. Huo Xiaoxiao was holding a half-empty bottle of red wine. Li Chen, did you come to laugh at me? I walked over and sat on the stone bench. You've drunk too much. She tilted her head back and took a gulp, coughing violently as she choked. Am I a joke to you? Acting so proud during the day, only to hide here and cry at night. Are you satisfied now, Chen? The 6 months I spent with you were the happiest of my life, but in the end, you dumped me. My Adam's apple bobbed, but those words outside the private room, is he even worthy? Were also real. The thorn was still there. I spoke coldly. Those words you said back then. I heard them. In that private room, you said I wasn't good enough for you. You said you were tired of me and would give me away. No, it wasn't like that. They were just egging me on. But you didn't deny it either, did you? I cut her off. She didn't say another word. I took off my coat and draped it over her shoulders. I just stayed with her quietly like that. Once she was tired from crying, she handed the coat back to me. Thank you. Go on back. Don't let Nianian see you. On the day of the competition, the convention center was packed. I helped Huo Nianian carry the bag of cheering props, along with the thermos she had specially prepared. What did you put in this soup? Goji berries, red dates, and snow fungus. I spent 3 days studying recipes specifically for throat care. 3 days? I raised an eyebrow. Usually, you don't even know how to order takeout, do you? Huo Nianian glared at me. I don't, but I can learn. For him, I'm willing to learn anything. I sighed silently. Once we're inside, hand it to him yourself. I'll cover for you. Remember, don't be nervous. Don't just rush him right away. Just hand him the water naturally. And say, thanks for your hard work, that's enough. Huo Nianian took a deep breath. I know, you've already taught me. I gave a soft hum. Go on, don't let those 3 days of research go to waste. Clutching the thermos tightly, Huo Nianian walked toward the player's tunnel. Watching her back from a distance, I wondered, is Huo Nianian truly brave, or is she just foolish? Actually, I might be even more foolish. Even though I dumped Huo Xiaoxiao, I still practically threw myself back into her life. As Huo Nianian approached Lu Jingfei, she handed him the thermos. This is some nourishing soup I made for you. Thanks for your hard work in the competition. Has your throat been bothering you lately? This is really good for your throat. For the first time, Lu Jingfei didn't reject her outright. He took the thermos, unscrewed the lid, and took a sip. Did you make this specially? Huo Nianian nodded. Her eyes shone like stars. I spent 3 days researching it. How does it taste? The corner of Lu Jingfei's mouth twitched slightly. It's fine. A bit sweet. Then I'll put less rock candy next time. Huo Nianian was so happy she felt like jumping for joy. A smile crept onto my face without me even realizing. It looks like this girl is actually making some progress. After 99 rejections, maybe the 100th time will be the turning point. But before I could even celebrate for Huo Nianian, Huo Xiaoxiao started walking over from nearby. Xiao Si, what are you doing here? Huo Nianian was still riding the high of Lu Jingfei finally being willing to talk to her. But the smile on her face instantly froze. What are you doing here? I'm here to take you home. Let's go. Xiao Si, how could you just leave your boyfriend standing over there all by himself? Lu Jingfei followed Huo Xiaoxiao's gaze and looked at me. So, she has a boyfriend. Lu Jingfei looked away. The match is about to start. I'll head in first. As he walked off, Huo Nianian desperately wanted to chase after him. Wait, sis, I'm not done talking to brother Jingfei yet. You're done. He needs to get ready for his match. You need to head home. End of story. Just like that, Huo Xiaoxiao effortlessly crushed the precious opportunity Huo Nianian had worked so hard to get. Watching this all play out from afar, I couldn't help but sigh. Oh, Huo Xiaoxiao. Your knack for ruining things hasn't changed one bit. Outside the venue, I found Huo Nianian sitting alone on the steps. She was clutching her thermos, looking incredibly hurt. Li Chen. My sister is so unfair. I worked so hard just to get Lu Jingfei to talk to me. But she just dragged me away and told him I have a boyfriend. But you're just acting as my boyfriend because I hired you. Huo Nianian's eyes welled up with tears. I sat down right next to her. Nianian, don't let your sister get to you. Lu Jingfei's attitude toward you is definitely shifting. That's a good sign. Just explain everything to him face to face next time. Huo Nianian nodded. Okay. After dropping Nianian off at the manor, I went straight to Huo Xiaoxiao's private apartment. She was clearly caught off guard when she saw me. What are you doing here? I walked right past her and went inside. I sat down on the sofa. Xiaoxiao, how did you become like this? I just can't stand seeing you be so good to her. Li Chen, why do you have to be so cruel? Yes, I admit it. I'm jealous, but I just can't stand seeing you show your gentle side to anyone else. That's a side of you that you've never shown me. Without thinking, I reached out and gently wiped away the tear trembling on the edge of her eyelid. Huo Xiaoxiao leaned in closer. Chen, I closed my eyes for a brief moment and forced myself to pull back. You still care about me, don't you? I stood up and walked over to the window. Xiaoxiao. If you really can't let me go, then don't take your frustration out on Nianian. She hasn't done anything wrong. She's just a girl who fell in love. Driving back to the manor, I could still feel the lingering warmth of her cheek on my fingertips. Li Chen, you can't let yourself go soft. She lied to you. You were nothing but a bed to her. But seeing her tears, it still breaks my heart. The next morning, I went downstairs for breakfast. Sitting on the dining table was a thermos with a small sticky note attached to it. Don't drink coffee when your stomach is acting up. I opened the thermos. Inside was millet porridge, and a name instantly came to my mind. Huo Xiaoxiao. She's the one who knows how bad my stomach is. During those 6 months we were together, whenever I worked overtime and forgot to eat, she would bring me a bowl of porridge. It was always just the right temperature. Back then, I thought she was just a sweet, poor girl. But today, the taste of this porridge is exactly the same. Huo Xiaoxiao, what on earth am I supposed to do with you? As I went upstairs, I passed by Huo Nianian's room. Fourth young mistress Huo, I'll help you find out the time for the next competition in advance. Once you explain to Lu Jingfei in person that you're single, the misunderstanding will be cleared up. And he'll treat you even better. Is that true? Huo Nianian's eyes lit up. She suddenly leaned in and lowered her voice. Oh, by the way, second sister was acting so weird today. She was busy in the kitchen first thing in the morning, and she even locked the door so the maids couldn't get in. I touched the sticky note in my pocket. This porridge, this note, and this woman who didn't want to be found out. How am I supposed to let her go? That evening, Huo Xiaoxiao found me in the back garden. Holding a paper bag in her hand, she said, there is something I want to tell you to your face. Then, you can decide whether you want to go on hating me. I nodded. Okay. I went with her to her private apartment. She placed the paper bag on the coffee table, looking at me without breaking eye contact. Li Chen, no matter what you think after hearing this, I'll accept the consequences. Go ahead, I said. She opened the paper bag. The first item was a men's ring. I bought this the day before my birthday. My original plan was to tell you who I really was, and then propose to you. Propose? My mind went blank. She looked at the ring and nodded. I measured your finger to have it custom made. The clerk said it would take 3 days to finish. I thought that after 3 days, I'd be able to tell you everything. And then put it on your finger myself to officially be with you. But before I could even say anything, you disappeared. The second item was a stack of chat screenshots. I blocked every single one of them, and I never contacted them again. The timestamp on them was clearly right after I left that night. Looking at Huo Xiaoxiao's face, a glacier inside me started to melt. She went on, that night, you just believed what you saw. You didn't even come to confront me. You just sentenced me to death right then and there. And then you disappeared. I put down the screenshots. After a long silence, I finally spoke. Huo Xiaoxiao, I believe everything you just said. Back then, my leaving wasn't just because you lied to me. Being treated as a bet, having a crowd watch and judge me, saying I wasn't good enough for you. Whether I was just putting up a brave front or not, what I heard was the reality. I really wasn't good enough for you. Your friends were right, I'm just an ordinary guy, and you're the second young mistress of the Huo family. That was the real reason I left. So you dumped me, not just because I lied to you? Is it because you felt you weren't good enough? Sigh, it was a bit of both. Lying to me was just the surface reason, while feeling unworthy was the deeper, underlying cause. I was way too young back then. Hearing those words just made me blow up instantly. I didn't calm down to think about why you would even want to be with someone who didn't deserve you. And even offended all your friends for him. I only thought of the absolute worst case scenario. So I chose the harshest, most cruel way to leave. I was too impulsive. I shouldn't have abandoned you on the street. Huo Xiaoxiao looked at me with tears streaming down her face. And pulled out the very last item, a handwritten letter. Li Chen, if you're reading this letter, it means I've finally found you. What started as a joke had long ceased to be one. I love you, from the very first day you seriously cooked a meal for me. From the moment you realized I didn't know how to order takeout, yet patiently showed me how. From the time you ran 3 blocks in the pouring rain just to buy medicine for me. Our bet had already ended long ago. But my feelings for you never ended. I was planning to confess everything to you on your birthday, propose to you, and start over with you. But you never gave me that chance. I guess I'm the one who blocked my own path. To me, you were never just a bet. You're the person I want to marry. The date at the very end was the 3rd day after I disappeared. After reading it, most of my resentment vanished. Huo Xiaoxiao, I'm sorry, let's just treat each other normally from now on. Back at the residence, Huo Nianian was giggling foolishly at her phone. I sat down beside her and asked, what's making you so happy? She waved her phone at me. Lu Jingfei added me as a friend. He went to the library to look up some materials today, and I just happened to be there too. I told him I was single, and even asked if he could teach me the algorithm from the last competition. He said yes, and then he took the initiative to add me. I smiled. Keep it up. Don't rush to confess, just keep up the casual chats. Let things warm up slowly. Huo Nianian nodded. Oh, right, second sister had someone leave some porridge for you. But doesn't she hate you? Why would she suddenly send you porridge? I cleared my throat. She probably knows I have a bad stomach. Huo Nianian looked at me suspiciously. Ah Chen, what exactly is going on between you and my second sister? I froze for a second. What kind of relationship could I possibly have with her? It's just so weird. Why would second sister have someone send you porridge? She seemed to especially dislike you. Wait, I even saw second sister smile at you. My second sister never, ever smiles at men. My mind raced. Nianian, your second sister used to dislike me. And now that she's stopped targeting me, you think she's changed? Don't overthink it, but second sister used to be so cold to everyone. Yet she's so completely different towards you. Well, I think your second sister is probably just being nice to me for your sake. Because you're her sister, and I'm your boyfriend. Huo Nianian didn't seem to fully believe me. Alright then, I smiled. Don't worry, I have strong professional ethics. I need to speed up the progress between her and Lu Jingfei, so that all of her attention remains locked on pursuing him. I had no time to worry about things between me and her sister. Instead, I put together Lu Jingfei's class schedule, as well as his club activities and usual hangouts, and sent them to Huo Nianian. Nianian, Lu Jingfei is studying on the 3rd floor of the library on Wednesday afternoon. When you go, bring 2 cups of coffee. Keep one for yourself, and casually hand the other to him. Just say, thanks for teaching me that algorithm last time. I just picked it up on my way. Hand it over and walk away right after. Let him initiate the chat. Don't say too much. Got it. What should I wear then? Just something casual. Don't try too hard to dress up. Later, Huo Nianian sent me a message. He actually talked to me for 20 minutes. He started it, he asked what direction I was taking for my thesis, and he even recommended 2 books. Great, keep your pace steady, and don't get too excited just yet. Lu Jingfei will be at the academic forum this Saturday. You should sign up too. Since it's a formal event, you can discuss academic topics with him. It will have much more depth than a chance meeting in the library. Prepare a few questions about his research area. They don't need to be too deep. Just make sure they are easy for him to answer. The key is to make him feel you are serious and thoughtful. On Friday night, Huo Nianian suddenly came to see me. I feel like second sister has been acting really strange lately. When she looks at me, Her eyes are so gentle, but also so full of guilt. That's just not like her. Personally, I knew exactly why she felt that way. Maybe she's reflecting on how she messed things up before and feels she went too far with you. Just act normal, don't overthink it. Focus on the forum this Saturday. Don't let Huo Xiaoxiao's stuff distract you. She nodded. Alright, I'll focus on the forum first. During a break at the Saturday Academic Forum, Huo Nianian stood next to Lu Jingfei. Regarding the model you mentioned earlier, there are a few directions we could extend it. Lu Jingfei looked at her with a hint of surprise. I read the 2 books you recommended, and the algorithm framework in them could be integrated with the model you discussed. A smile curved the corner of Lu Jingfei's mouth. You read fast. Interest really is the best motivator. By the way, have you decided on your thesis topic yet? Huo Nianian shook her head. Not yet, I'm still struggling to choose. Lu Jingfei suggested with enthusiasm. You could consider an interdisciplinary approach with my research direction. I have some data that you can use. Huo Nianian looked at him, her eyes sparkling. Really? Lu Jingfei nodded. Of course, I'll send you the materials next time. I quietly let out a sigh of relief. Back at the manor, as Huo Xiaoxiao brushed past me, she remarked, Nianian has been really happy lately. It's all thanks to you. No, it's because she's dedicated. I just helped her find the right direction. You helped her find her direction, but what about me? What direction did you help me find? I froze for a moment. You don't need me to help you find anything. You've already chosen your own path. Later, at the dinner table, Huo Nianian suddenly looked up. Second sister, your attitude toward Chen has gotten much better lately. Does this mean you finally accept him? Huo Xiaoxiao glanced at me. I wouldn't call it acceptance. I just don't dislike him anymore. Huo Nianian pressed on in confusion. Why? Because he cares about you. Someone who genuinely cares about you. I have no reason to keep hating him. That was a very tactful answer. She put the reason on Huo Nianian. But second sister, you always say men are nothing but trouble. Why is Chen an exception? The living room fell silent for 1 second. I immediately changed the subject. Hey, Huo Nianian, how far have you gotten with your outline? You have to discuss it with Lu Jingfei tomorrow, so you need to finish writing tonight. Her attention was successfully drawn away. Oh, right. I still have the last part left. I have business to discuss tomorrow, so I'm going to sleep first. Huo Nianian muttered casually, it's just a project collaboration. Does my second sister really need to handle it herself? I probed indirectly, what project is it? I think it's a project for Bigong Group or something in the south of the city. I don't remember clearly. Sis has been busy with this lately. I nodded and didn't ask further, but I felt strangely uneasy. The business district in the south of the city is a mixed bag. Even though Huo Xiaoxiao is strong-willed, some social situations cannot be settled by sheer presence alone. I picked up my phone to look up Bigong Group, and it was full of warning posts. They are notoriously difficult in the industry and don't play by the rules. They love to force people into submission. Early the next morning, I grabbed my car keys and headed out. When I reached the parking lot, I sensed something was wrong. Huo Xiaoxiao's car seemed to be blocked. In the office building lobby, Huo Xiaoxiao was standing at the end of the hallway. 5 men stood in front of her. Second Miss Huo. I, Zhao, have put years into this project. Your Huo family suddenly stepping in isn't really playing by the rules, is it? The business world is about strength, not about whoever comes first. Bigong Road has made no progress in these 3 years. The Huo family's involvement is fair competition. Boss Zhao, surrounding me to talk business like this isn't very professional, is it? Ha ha ha, second Miss Huo. Why don't you let go of this project, and we can offer you other compensation? Let's make money peacefully. Huo Xiaoxiao's eyes turned sharp. I only do things by the book. By the book? This is my territory. I make the rules here. He took a step forward as he finished speaking, forcing Huo Xiaoxiao flat against the wall. Second Miss Huo. Coming to my turf to talk business all by yourself, aren't you a bit too confident? Or do you just not show me, Boss Zhao, any respect at all? A flash of panic crossed Huo Xiaoxiao's mind. Just then, I walked into the lobby. Boss Zhao, if you want to talk business, talk it properly. What's all this about? Boss Zhao narrowed his eyes at me. Who the hell are you? I walked over to Huo Xiaoxiao's side. I stepped sideways, blocking her from Boss Zhao. I'm her partner. Boss Zhao sized me up. Young, you don't look like you're here to do business. I gave a faint smile. Well, then let's not talk about business, Boss Zhao. Cornering a woman like this. Are you trying to break the law? Boss Zhao's face darkened. Kid, watch your mouth. I was just talking business with President Huo. I leaned in close to him. Boss Zhao. You're restricting her personal freedom. I've already checked. There are 4 security cameras around here that can capture all of this. What do you think will happen if I call the police right now? You think a guy like me gets scared that easily? Boss Zhao, I'm not threatening you. I'm just reminding you. Do you know why your project hasn't made any progress in 3 years? It's because with this attitude of yours, nobody wants to work with you. If you really want to make money, why don't we sit down and have a proper talk? What do you say? Haha, alright, you've got guts, kid. Second Miss Huo, let's just call today's incident a misunderstanding. We'll talk another time. He turned and left with his men. Behind me, Huo Xiaoxiao grabbed my arm. Li Chen, thank you. I turned back to look at her. Don't mention it, I was just passing by. Huo Xiaoxiao's lips trembled. She wanted to say something, but then she noticed a red mark on my arm. Ah, you're hurt. I looked down at the wound. It must have happened when Boss Zhao pushed past me earlier. One of his men must have shoved me. I must have scraped it on the metal trim in the hallway. It's fine, just a scratch. Huo Xiaoxiao pulled out a handkerchief and gently pressed it against my wound. My throat felt a bit dry. Really, I'm fine. She looked up at me. Li Chen, why do you always do this? Clearly you're the one who's hurt, yet you say it's nothing. And clearly you came here just for me, yet you claim you were just passing by. Can't you tell me the truth just once? I fell silent for a long time. Then, I finally spoke the truth. Huo Xiaoxiao, you shouldn't face these things alone. Coming out to talk business without bringing a single person with you, it's not right. So, you really did come all this way just to protect me? I paused, because I couldn't do it. Knowing you were in a place like this, I couldn't just let you face it alone. I couldn't. Tears began to stream down Huo Xiaoxiao's face. Li Chen, you're the only one in my heart. It's only ever been you, from the very beginning. Huo Xiaoxiao, I thought I hated you. Thought I would never look back. I thought I could start over. But I never actually let you go. I just refused to admit it. She smiled. I reached out and wiped the tears from her face. From now on, you're not allowed to come to places like this alone to talk business. She whispered in response. Let's go. We need to get you back and tend to that wound first. Huo Nianian watched the two of us walk back together, her eyes scanning between me and Huo Xiaoxiao. Oh, how did you get hurt? I cleared my throat softly. I accidentally scraped it. That wound doesn't look like a scrape at all. I changed the subject. Have you finished analyzing Lu Jingfei's files? His attention was instantly pulled away. Yeah, he even praised my analysis. Great, keep it up. That night, as I lay in bed, my phone buzzed. It was a message from Huo Xiaoxiao. Does your wound still hurt? No, it doesn't. And then, wait for you to look at me seriously. Lu Jingfei fell silent for a few seconds. Then he said something that made Huo Nianian's heart skip a beat. You don't need to confess for the 100th time. Because, I say yes. Huo Nianian's eyes widened. What? Lu Jingfei looked at her seriously. Huo Nianian, I used to think we weren't the same kind of people. You are too passionate, while I am too reserved. I was afraid of being overwhelmed by your warmth. But after spending time together lately, I realized, you are truly someone worth drawing close to. So, Huo Nianian, I want to be with you. Huo Nianian's eyes lit up. Thank you. You finally see me. Lu Jingfei reached out his hand. Huo Nianian placed her hand in his. That very night, Huo Nianian sent me a text. Ah, Lu Jingfei and I are together. He said at first, it wasn't my confession this time. He said after 99 confessions, he would accept the 100th. Hey, congratulations, Nianian. You did it. Li Chen, thank you so much for helping me. I replied, no need to thank me. I mean it, you shine so brightly on your own. Then I'll keep working hard. I finally breathed a complete sigh of relief. Huo Nianian and Lu Jingfei were together now. His attention would be completely locked on her, and he wouldn't have any time left to pry into my relationship with Huo Xiaoxiao. But shouldn't my fake couple contract with Huo Nianian come to an end now? Liar. It hurts a bit. I'll change your dressing tomorrow. You know how to change dressings? I can learn anything for you. My heart skipped a beat. The next morning, there was a thermos on the dining table again. The note on it had changed to, "Be good and wait for me to change your dressing." After finishing the porridge, I folded the note, put it in my pocket, and found a guest room without surveillance. I sent her a message, "Room 306, East Wing." 5 minutes later, Huo Xiaoxiao walked in. She was carrying a medical kit. As I watched her clumsy movements, my heart melted completely. Once she finished wrapping it, she looked up at me. "All done, thank you," I said softly. She shook her head gently. "No need to thank me. This is just what I wanted to do." I chuckled softly. "Does this count as a date?" On a Saturday afternoon, Huo Nianian waited for Lu Jingfei at the library. The two sat in a quiet corner, discussing academic topics. After looking it over, Lu Jingfei said, "Your reasoning is very clear. I can tell you've worked really hard." Huo Nianian's heart began to race. "Thank you. Do you think this direction is feasible?" Lu Jingfei looked at her with admiration. "It is. In fact, I've never even thought of the algorithm framework you proposed before. I thought you were just another fangirl chasing after me, but I didn't realize you were actually putting this much thought into it." Huo Nianian smiled. "I do think things through before chasing someone, you know. It's just that my previous methods weren't very smart." Lu Jingfei's lips curled into a slight smile. 99 confessions. That really wasn't very smart. Huo Nianian was taken aback for a moment, then she laughed. "Yeah, 99 times wasn't very smart. But for the 100th time, I decided to try a different approach. And just be true to myself." Huo Nianian came to find me. "Ah Chen, starting from now, our contract is over. There's something I absolutely must do." I frowned. "What is it?" "I'm going to tell my second sister the truth," she said in all seriousness. I asked, "Are you sure about this?" She nodded. "I'm sure. I'm already with Lu Jingfei now. I don't need a fake boyfriend anymore. And my sister has been drowning in guilt ever since that last incident. She deserves to know the truth. Besides, you two really need to talk." I smiled and said, "What do the two of us have to talk about?" Huo Nianian looked at me. "Li Chen, do you and my sister think I'm a fool? Her ex-boyfriend is named Li Chen. You're also named Li Chen. The night he backed into that streetlight. The night you showed up at the manor. The night she barged into your bathroom. And the way she'd personally brew medicine for you. I'm not blind. You are my sister's ex-boyfriend, the man she can't seem to forget." I remained silent for a moment. "I didn't mean to keep it from you. Don't be mad, my mind is completely filled with Lu Jingfei right now. So I don't have room to worry about your love-hate drama. But my sister, for the past 6 months, because of you, she's been living like a walking corpse. Now that you're back, don't you dare leave again. I'm going to get her, wait here." Huo Nianian knocked on Huo Xiaoxiao's bedroom door and got straight to the point. "Second sister, Li Chen was just a fake boyfriend I hired." The cup in Huo Xiaoxiao's hand froze in midair. Huo Nianian walked over to her side. "I paid Li Chen 10 million yuan. He played the part and I paid him. It was fake from start to finish. There is absolutely nothing between us. Just now, our contract officially ended. Sister, you don't have to feel guilty toward me anymore. You can go talk to Li Chen properly now." Huo Xiaoxiao set her cup down, remained silent for 3 seconds, and said, "Fourth sister. Did you know all along?" Huo Nianian shook her head. "At first, I wasn't quite sure. But later, you two didn't even bother to hide it anymore. Second sister, can you two still get back together?" Huo Xiaoxiao's eyes lit up. "We will. He still has feelings for me. We'll definitely work things out. I really had no idea Li Chen was your boyfriend. Back then, I was just so sick of being forced into marriage, and brother Jingfei refused to be with me. So I just went ahead and hired someone. Second sister, please don't blame him. And don't blame me either. He's always been obsessed with money. I know that. How could I possibly blame him? And as for you, I could never stay mad at you, little sis. I brought him back for you. Hee hee, second sister. Then I sincerely wish you and Li Chen the absolute best." Huo Xiaoxiao reached out and hugged her. "Little sis." Huo Nianian patted her back. "You're my sister. Your happiness is my happiness. Oh, by the way, second sister. There's one more thing. You really should tell the family about this. About your past with Li Chen. He deserves to stand before our family proudly and properly. Hiding things will only make the elders doubt him more. It's better to just lay it all out on the table, and let them see the whole truth. Huo Xiaoxiao thought it over. Alright, I'll ask the elders to come over tomorrow so we can talk. The next day, Huo Xiaoxiao stood in the center of the living room. Uncles, today, I want to officially clarify two things. First, Li Chen and Nianian were a fake couple from start to finish. He was hired and paid to do it. Their contract has already ended. Second, Li Chen is my ex-boyfriend, whom I've been searching for 193 days. Back then, I hid my identity to get close to him. He left after he found out. Now that the misunderstanding is cleared up, we're going to be together. Third uncle, Xiao. First he plays Nianian's boyfriend, and now he wants to be with you? You sure a man like him isn't just playing both sides? Huo Xiao shook her head. He didn't trick Nianian. It was Nianian who went out of her way to hire him. And he didn't try to get close to me either. I'm the one who's been searching for him all this time. He had absolutely no idea from start to finish. Eldest uncle, this man has a questionable background and no stable income. Absolutely not. Huo Xiao stood her ground and argued. When we were together, he had no idea I was the second daughter of the Huo family. He thought I was just a poor girl buried in debt. Yet, he still used his own salary to support me, cooking for me and taking care of me. Back then, I was the one who lied to him, hiding my identity and treating him as nothing but a bet. I hurt him so deeply. He didn't leave because he stopped loving me. He left because his pride couldn't take it. After being judged by everyone and told he wasn't good enough for me, he started to believe he didn't deserve me. So he ran, but now, he's back. And it's not for money, nor is it for the Huo family. It's because of me. Huo Nianian stood up. Uncles, during his contract with me, Li Chen maintained very clear boundaries. He helped me win over Lu Jingfei and never once crossed the line. He is truly sincere towards second sister. You all know how much she has suffered during this time. You've all seen it. Now, he finally has a smile on his face again. Are you really going to tear them apart just because of their social status? Just then, I walked into the main hall. The elders' eyes fell upon me, and third uncle Huo spoke up, asking, Li Chen, one question. What are your plans for the future? After I left, I opened an internet studio, and my income is stable now. I won't rely on the Huo family, and I won't use them to climb the social ladder. I will use my own abilities to reach a position where I can stand proud right beside her. She won't have to lower her standard of living. Uncle Hu let out a sigh. Alright, one condition. Li Chen, you must make Xiao happy. I nodded solemnly. I promise. Walking out of the main hall, the sun was shining beautifully. Xiao stopped and looked at me. Welcome back, boyfriend. You're mine again. I smiled. Yeah, after going in a huge circle, we're finally back to where we started. She tilted her head and looked at me. Li Chen, how on earth did you get through these past 6 months? I couldn't find a single trace of you from your moments, social media accounts, or anywhere else. I let out a sigh. That's because I deactivated all my accounts. After I arrived in Capital City, I rented a small apartment by myself. For the first 2 months, I didn't do anything. I just lay in bed, lacking the motivation to do anything at all. My mind was blank, and I felt completely empty inside. Later, my childhood friend couldn't stand seeing me like that anymore and dragged me out for drinks. In the middle of the night, when we were both drunk, he asked me, "What on earth do you want to do?" I told him I didn't know. Then stop thinking, he said. Just do something, anything, for now. So, I started learning programming. I self-taught during the day, writing code, and took on freelance gigs at night, starting with small projects worth only a few hundred yuan. Eventually, I built up a client base, and my reputation grew. 3 months ago, I registered an internet studio. Now, we have a team of 5 people. We mainly develop official websites and mini-programs for small and medium-sized businesses. Our monthly revenue is about 300,000 to 400,000 yuan, not a lot. But it's enough to live on in Capital City. It allows me to survive without relying on anyone. Without relying on the Huo family, I can stand proudly and be with you. Did you think of me at all during those 3 months? Every single day. I thought of you every single day. I was just acting stubborn. And what about now? Are you finally willing to admit it? Huo Xiaoxiao, the 6 months after I left, weren't carefree at all. They were completely empty. My head was filled with thoughts of you, even as my mouth spat words of hatred. The first thing I did when I woke up every morning was wonder where you were, and the last thing I did before sleeping was wonder if you were eating well. Now, it's finally time for everything to get back on track. I finally know how you spent these past 6 months. She looked at me quietly. You weren't doing well, and neither was I. It took 2 fools 193 days to finally admit how foolish we were. Foolish to the core, but we aren't foolish anymore. Now we're officially and properly together. From now on, my heart won't feel empty, and I won't run away anymore. Yeah, never again. I reached out my hand, and she placed hers in mine. With our fingers intertwined, Huo Xiaoxiao held my hand, ready to go out on a date. The two of them were holding their newly printed thesis materials. Second sister, brother Lycan, Jingfei and I have finalized our graduation thesis topics. It's all thanks to you helping me organize my thoughts earlier. Lu Jingfei smiled gently and nodded to me. Thank you for your guidance back then. Nianian is really serious and dedicated to her studies now. We've promised to go to graduate school together after graduation. Huo Xiaoxiao ruffled her sister's hair. Finally, I don't have to wait for your 100th reckless confession. Now we can say it's a peaceful, mutual love. If it wasn't for me hiring brother Lycan to pretend to be my boyfriend back then, I wouldn't have settled down to focus on my bag designs, let alone bring you two together. I'll just consider that 10 million yuan as an investment in second sister's happiness. Not a single loss. Thinking of Boss Zhao from the south of the city, who made things difficult for Huo Xiaoxiao. Boss Zhao from the south of the city. What happened later? Bigong Group used ruthless methods, maliciously blockading merchants and developing projects in violation of regulations. I gathered all the evidence and submitted it to the regulatory authorities, and his projects were completely suspended. His company went bankrupt with heavy debts, paying the price for his arrogance. It's poetic justice. Oh, by the way, that group of girls who bet on our relationship back then. They came from ordinary families but spent all day showing off and comparing themselves to others, falling out with each other long ago. They never contacted each other again. Hearing this, my heart felt completely at ease. All the lingering doubts in my heart completely vanished, and all those past troubles finally settled down. Good people find their happiness, and the bad ones reap what they sow. After dinner, only the two of us were left in the manor. The evening breeze brushed past the courtyard swing, and Huo Xiaoxiao leaned on my shoulder. She spoke softly. Before, my oldest uncle and third uncle were worried you didn't have any family background, fearing that I would suffer with you. But now that they've seen your studio's revenue, and seen with their own eyes that I can't live without you, they haven't said a single word of objection anymore. I put my arm around her waist, feeling exceptionally peaceful inside. My studio is running stably now, without needing to rely on the Huo family for even a single cent. You don't have to deliberately hide your identity anymore, and we don't have to keep our relationship a secret. Whether we want to go shopping, watch movies, or go on short trips, we can do it all openly together. Tomorrow, I'll take you to my studio for a look. My team is very curious to see what the person who kept me longing for half a year looks like. Can I put that ring on you now? Huo Xiaoxiao looked up at me, her eyes filled with starlight. I took another lady's ring out of my pocket and gently knelt on one knee. I held her left hand. There was no grand display, only the gentle moonlight in the courtyard. The confession we missed back then, the delayed honesty. I'll make up for it all today. I used to be stubborn and sensitive, ignoring your true feelings, for the rest of my life. Through 3 meals and 4 seasons, I will shield you from every storm. I will never let you feel sad or face danger all on your own again. Huo Xiaoxiao. Will you spend the rest of your life with me? Yes, I will. I've wanted to ever since the day I met you. The ring slipped smoothly onto her finger. I stood up to pull her into my arms as soft footsteps approached from behind. Turning around, I saw Huo Nianian and Lu Jingfei standing quietly under the veranda. Smiling, they made finger hearts at us. Huo Xiaoxiao buried her face in my chest. Look how Nianian and Lu Jingfei have both found their way to each other. And we've overcome our misunderstandings to find our way back to each other. All of our regrets are finally healed. Over the weekend, the private dining room table was filled with home-cooked dishes. I sat right beside Huo Xiaoxiao 11. My fingertips rested gently on the back of her hand, while across from us, Huo Nianian sat close to Lu Jingfei 12. The two of them are going to an academic seminar together next week. Lu Jingfei patiently picked the chili peppers out of her food 13. Huo Xiaoxiao smiled as she served me a bowl of warm, soothing millet porridge. Remember when you used to be so busy you forgot to eat 14? Thank you, Xiaoxiao. Then, Lu Jingfei raised his glass to toast me 15. Thank you for helping Nianian win me over back then. Huo Nianian chimed in playfully 16. Sis, you and Achin need to set a wedding date soon. Huo Xiaoxiao's ears flushed slightly as she leaned against me 17. Outside, the night was gentle, and the table was filled with endless laughter 18. Both couples had found their own quiet happiness, and all the past misunderstandings and struggles had completely faded away 19.